The Aloha Project would not have been possible without the support of HMAA. Aloha, I'm Jayson Kalani, and welcome to the Aloha Project. What you're about to see is not reality television. There were no contests, no mean-spirited judges, and no deceitful casting calls. In fact, the person chosen for this show was chosen for one reason, just for being herself. Imagine growing up without a father.
He didn't really realize that, that we existed, I would say.
Without a mother.
At that point, she was really on her own and living on her own.
Forced to play the role of a parent while still being a child.
So I took care of him. I tried to take care of him. I tried to cook for him, tried to wash his clothes, try to help him with his homework.
Imagine being caught between rival gangs.
My heart used to be racing and pounding across the street, and there they were.
Then finding yourself pregnant.
How would she care for the baby? Didn't have anything ready for the baby.
And then, somehow, finding the courage to turn it all around.
I'm just so proud of her. She's done so well over the years. And watching her be a parent to her kids and making sure that they don't take the path that she went on, it's just fabulous. It's just amazing to watch her grow.
Tonight on the Aloha Project, the story of Jane Tampone, a young lady who has overcome all the odds, a young lady who has given back to her community, a young lady who is an inspiration to us all. But this show is not just about Jane. Little did she know, this show is also for her. As local businesses join forces to give Jane the gift of aloha, showering her with all kinds of wonderful surprises. By now you have a better sense of what the Aloha Project is all about. We like to think of it as television with social value. Television that teaches us a lesson, and television that makes us feel good about who we are. Okay, it works like this. First we find exceptional people living in Hawaii, and then we tell their extraordinary story. And we go one step further, and we surprise them with these incredible gifts. And when we say surprise, we are not kidding. But first, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's find out why we chose Jane and found her to be the perfect candidate for the Aloha Project. It's bright and early on Monday morning, and Jane is a woman on a mission.
Have any of you come before to the convention?
Jane races around the campus of BYU Hawaii, barking orders.
Listen up, staff! Buses are starting to arrive!
Preparing for the arrival of hundreds and hundreds of keiki.
Do you know where you're sitting? Okay, you guys can bring them on in now.
This is just one of 10 student transition conventions that will be held across the state. An innovative program that attempts to keep Hawaii's children off the streets and out of trouble.
It reaches over 11,000 students in the state of Hawaii.
And Jane is the one person who makes sure it all goes as planned. She works hand in hand with legendary Hawaii comedian Frank DeLima.
Well, actually, it's always a dream of Frank DeLima to reach every student in the state of Hawaii from their most crucial points in their lives, which is from elementary to middle, when they're doing their physical, emotional changes, that they're going through puberty. And Frank just wanted to let everyone and every student know that, they're not alone, that they're going through all the same changes.
How about another big hand for me, please?
While Frank remains the star of the show, Jane remains a driving force behind the whole operation.
She's responsible for doing all of the organizing for all 10 conventions. Probably if this was a commercial rock show, she'd be making really big bucks.
That's Sid Rosen of Adult Friends for Youth, which is the organization that puts on all of the student transition conventions. Sid is also Jane's boss.
She's really remarkable. She's able to balance 2 big jobs within the agency.
That's right, 2 jobs. In addition to running the conventions, Jane is also Sid's administrative assistant. But what makes Jane so remarkable is not only what she does today, it's how she got here. You see, when Jane was the same age as these kids, she had it rough. Real rough.
My parents got divorced
Right.
when I was very young.
You're
About 2 years old.
2?
2 years old.
Okay.
I mean, we got shuffled back and forth between my mom's mom, my grandmother, and in between those times I was going to my dad's house, but then he was so preoccupied with having his own family and being married that he didn't really realize that, that we existed, I would say. Finally, my mom's mom, my grandmother, told us, oh, you're going to live in Kalihi. You're gonna just drop you off to your dad's house. Never forget the day that it happened. My grandma told us we were gonna leave that day. She got our drawer, our dresser drawer, which was four drawers high and was about this high. She dumped it on the truck and she just dropped us off. We lived upstairs, my dad lived downstairs, and hardly any communication, hardly any speaking or anything. So my brother and I told each other, you know, we'll make a pact and we'll be each other's family. And that's how it started with
At what
me.
age did you make that?
About 12.
At 12. So, at 12 years old, Jane stopped being a kid and took on the role of parent for her younger brother.
So I took care of him. I tried to take care of him. I tried to cook for him, tried to wash his clothes, you know, try to help him with his homework. And then he joined the gang.
And that's when Jane's life was really thrown for a loop. Her brother became active with the Baby Hawaiian Brothers. At the time, one of the most notorious gangs in Hawaii.
At the time, Baby Hawaii Brother was so notorious. They were fighting almost every day. Just constantly fighting with different gangs on the streets.
I wanted to know why he was being in a gang and why he came home with torn clothes and black and blues and why he was getting in fights every day. So when that started to happen, I decided that I wanted to be there and see what was going on in his life, because I didn't want to be alone in my house and not knowing what's happening to my brother out there. So I joined my brother's gang.
And by doing that, Jane put her life on the line, becoming a favorite target of enemy gangs.
I was scared for my life and his life that, you know, one day we're just going to get stabbed or shot or, you know, beaten up really bad.
To add to that terror, Jane soon found herself pregnant.
And when I got pregnant at 16, of course my parents found out. My dad and my stepmother was very furious. As soon as the day I told them, the next day I left and never went back. And I went to live with my boyfriend, and in all the places we had to live in our enemy territory in Kanoa.
Jane walked me through the streets of Kanoa, the part of Kalihi that used to be enemy territory.
This is where they used to hang out over here, and they knew I used to come here, so they used to just wait for me.
The place where she used to live in fear.
I got off the bus because I knew I had to go there. Got off the bus and my heart used to be racing and pounding. Crossed the street and there they were at the corner of the house waiting for me to get off because they knew exactly when I finished school. And when that happened, they would throw beer cans, spit, throw rocks.
Fortunately, Jane always escaped physical injury. But escaping her past and regaining her childhood, all right, now that would be impossible. You grew up fast.
Yes.
Very fast.
Yes, I grew up very fast. I think so. The day when my parents got divorced, I think so me and my brother had to be together and just think, you know, that this is our life now.
Right.
Just me and my brother.
While it seems like the whole world had written off Jane, help and hope were on the way.
I heard from them, from Terry and Debbie, more I love yous and you're doing a great job and encouraging words than my own parents ever did.
When the Aloha Project comes back, Jane turns her life around with the help of some very special friends. The Aloha Project is being brought to you tonight by our friends at HMAA.
We're happy that we switched to HMAA, and our employees are happy that we switched to HMAA.
Yeah, we were very surprised with HMA offering chiropractic, acupuncture, and the wealth of offerings that they gave compared to some of the other vendors out there.
HMAA is on all islands. We are on all islands, and that helps our company.
I have been in business for 20 years, and I found that HMAA is the best.
HMAA, the alternative name in business health plans.
Traffic was horrible on the H1, man. Let's eat, I'm starving.
Hi, welcome to Pietro's. You have a reservation?
Dude, how old do we look? You think we got reservations?
Good point. How many in your party?
Table for 6, please.
Right this way.
Visit Pietro on Kapiolani Boulevard. Kids under 10 eat free. Magnificent. Monday through Thursday.
Yep, and you can bring mom and dad too.
I got it. My treat. Because kids eat free.
Offer good Monday through Thursday. Restrictions apply.
I was born 30 minutes older.
We're not the same height, and he has heart defects and I don't.
A heart defect is when your heart isn't fully healthy. It's not like other people's hearts.
I get really sad because he goes into the hospital. I'm not able to play with him. He's really brave.
Call 1-888-AHA-CARES or visit AmericanHeart.org to learn and live.
Have you lost your Aloha, or does someone think you could use a little more? There's only one sure place in Hawaii where you can find it again. It's here at the Aloha General Store. We have everything you need to get your Aloha back. Everything from the best shaved ice in Hawaii to locally made Aloha shirts and Hawaiian collectibles. Have you lost your Aloha? Find it here at the Aloha General Store. The Aloha General Store, located in Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.
Before the first fish can fly, Adult Friends for Youth steps in, taking teens off the streets, into the classroom, and into the future.
Thank you, Adult Friends for Youth!
This public service announcement was shot and produced by the students of Adult Friends for Youth.
Mahalo to HMAA for making tonight's presentation possible. Welcome back to the Aloha Project. When we last left you, Jane was 16, scared, pregnant, and living in one of Hawaii's most dangerous neighborhoods. But little did she know, there was light at the end of the tunnel.
I met Jane while she was attending Farrington High School about 15 years ago. I was working with a gang called the Baby Hawaii Brothers, and her brother was in that gang, and so I started working with that particular gang. And one day Jane came up to me and said, what, girls can I come to? And I was like, sure, girls can come. At first, though, I was kind of afraid because I thought, wow, she's kind of rugged.
Rugged and hungry.
Well, the reason I think that we trusted them is because when they used to come around, which is so funny, is when they used to come around, they used to always bring food. We were, kids high school students and intermediate schools going to school, and we never have money in our pockets, and we never couldn't buy lunch, so they used to always bring food. And afterwards, when you have a full stomach, you kind of like let your guard down,
And by letting her guard down, Jane opened up. And just in the nick of time, her baby was on the way.
And so at that point, she was really on her own and living on her own, and was nervous about giving birth. How would she care for the baby? Didn't have anything ready for the baby and things like that.
But Jane knew one thing. Her baby was going to have a better life than she did.
Always thought that if I ever had kids, I don't want my kids to have divorced parents. I don't want my kids to have a different mom or a different dad.
So Jane put all her trust in her new friends from Adult Friends for Youth. They would soon become her new family.
I heard from them, from Terry and Debbie, more I love yous and you're doing a great job, and encouraging words than my own parents ever did.
Those I love yous changed her life.
A happy, successful marriage has emerged. She's got two lovely children. Here she is, a young mother with a 12-year-old son, a 6-year-old daughter, and I think this is just part of how a very, very special person just needing a helping hand emerges to become a very, very solid and responsible person.
Not to mention her growth at Adult Friends for Youth. The same place that took her in as a troubled teen would soon offer her a full-time job and make her an instrumental part of the organization.
She took it, she ran with it, and she just demonstrated very, very quickly what a competent person that she is. Well organized, smart, beyond smart, in many ways brilliant.
She's extremely vital. She is an extremely, I'd just say an extraordinary young woman. She has amazing skills, organizational skills, and she works hard all year long to put on 10 conventions for all the students on Oahu and the outer islands.
Jane is not only good at what she does, she enjoys every moment of it.
Honestly, I come to work every day and say I love my job and I love the people I work with, and we're all like family. We're all Ohana in there.
Up next, hugs, tears, and smiles as Jane's Ohana helps give her the surprise of a lifetime.
I think Jane never expects anything. She just does what is expected of her, and so I think it's going to just blow her away.
The Aloha Project kicks into high gear when we come back after this break. The Aloha Project would not have been possible without the support of HMAA.
I wish we knew about HMAA a lot sooner because it saved us a tremendous amount of money.
HMAA has never let us down, and we've been with them for 9 years.
Those other companies, they treat us just like a number, but HMAA, they treat us like a person. We're family. Ohana.
Customer service with HMAA has been phenomenal.
I trust HMAA all the way.
HMAA, the alternative name in business health plans.
Cholo's Homestyle Mexican, Hawaii's best little Mexican restaurant with a big reputation, where atmosphere and festivity enhance the dining experience. Browse or purchase from the hand-selected crafts and artwork. Enjoy authentic dishes created from a blend of northern and southern cuisine, traditional and contemporary. Cholo's Homestyle Mexican Restaurant and Gallery is open daily, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located on the North Shore at the North Shore Marketplace in Haleiwa.
Britain Gallery, where you can capture the spirit of aloha. Discover Paradise's most beautiful and captivating art. No matter your decorating budget, you can find plenty of original pieces found only here in Hawaii. Beautiful collectibles by local artists that you can bring home to Hawaii or send back to the mainland. Britain Gallery, local Hawaiian art that captures the spirit of aloha. Britain Gallery, located in Haleiwa at the North Shore Marketplace.
Finding the right health club in Hawaii isn't easy. Some are way too intimidating. Others way too crowded. Not to mention unfriendly. And some are so filthy you'd be nuts to take a shower there. But at the Hawaii Athletic Club, it's fun, friendly, and clean. The facilities are the best on Oahu, hands down. And the people there are professional and courteous. Visit Hawaii Athletic Club on Keawe Street, 2 blocks behind Comp USA.
Sometimes when it comes to computers, I really have zero patience.
Hey, listen, buddy, I just spent 3 hours in one of those gigantic computer stores. I needed one of the maps so I wouldn't get lost. Then I pulled a number, I stood there for an hour, no one even noticed me. I still.
But since I found Mac Made Easy, I've been living the easy life.
It's locally owned and your one-stop shop for sales, service, training, and solutions. Located right on New Uanu, just Malka of the H1. Or give them a call at 536-MAX.
Thank you, Mac Made Easy.
Mahalo to HMAA for making tonight's presentation possible. And welcome back to the best part of the Aloha Project. You've seen how Jane turned her life around. Now see how we give her the surprise of a lifetime. After our final interview with Jane, she thought we were finished. After all, as far as she knew, this was a documentary on adult friends for youth. Wrong. We brought Jane back to her office and in front of all her friends, broke the news. Well, we know you're really busy because you're in the middle of planning this convention.
Yes, with
you're stressed out, and I know you're anxious to get rid of us. You want us to be rid, let you get on your day. But actually, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Are
you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. And because this is, we're doing a story about you, but this show's actually kind of for you as well. And so we kind of feel like you deserve to be spoiled a bit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, can I leave?
Oh yeah. They're in on it.
No, you can't leave, Jane. You got to stay here.
I have to ask
They're
my
in
boss.
on it. This is taken care of. We've taken care of that, and I believe
it's all
you
been
also have a
planned.
chaperone coming along with you for the day.
Really?
Yes.
You guys have been hiding this from me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Been hiding it from you, Jane.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because we think you're wonderful, and they
Wow.
think you're wonderful,
Yes.
and you're very much appreciated.
I didn't know this was gonna happen. I thought this was done already.
Surprise.
I know. I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just the start. So, don't worry. You're free to go for the day.
Pre-Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Brazilian.
Your husband knows about it too, so don't worry.
No, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, he does.
What?
Yes, he does.
How did you tell him?
I told him last weekend. A lot of surprises today.
Oh my god, my hands are sweating.
Well, it'll be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Really?
So get your things and then we'll head out.
Where are we going?
You're free
Are
to
you
go.
pulling my leg?
I'm pulling your arm so we can go. Let's go.
Are you really serious?
Yes. Yeah.
You're on your way.
Enjoy.
Bye, Jane. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you for
Jane.
working.
Bye, Jane.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Since Jane was a little overwhelmed by her surprise, we decided she needed to relax. So our first stop was the Paul Brown Olakino Spa in the Waikiki Marriott. It would be Jane's first ever facial.
Oh, the facial was so relaxing. It was wonderful. I felt like I could just go sleep and not wake up.
All right, now that Jane was feeling all refreshed, we were starving, and our friends at Angelo Pietro's treated Jane to an awesome lunch.
Finish it up. It's light.
Yeah.
Lightly rich.
All right. We're good. The next surprise was a biggie. We took Jane to the posh Royal Garden Hotel.
Wow.
Where she would be spending Mother's Day weekend in one of the hotel's gigantic suites.
I never come out to Waikiki, so, I flew a tourist for a day.
And now that her room was booked, we told her about her dinner reservations. So, tomorrow, you will be coming here for a night.
I know, that's great.
Yes, and it's nice and it's fun, and there's a club. You can come down and dance a little jig. It's cool,
Okay.
and our friends here are wonderful people. Also, you will be going to dinner at Donato's. All right, now that Jane had her weekend all set, she needed to be styling. So we took her on a shopping spree at the Victoria Ward Center. Our friends at Holzel made sure Jane would be dressed to the nines, giving her not one, but 2 new outfits.
I felt like a queen walking around with all these expensive clothes. I was really excited, and, I enjoyed myself.
It was then time to find some matching shoes. So we headed over to Seijun Shoes, where Jane could choose from anything in the store. This is Seijun Shoes. Hi. Jane, this is June.
Hi.
This is her shop. And this is the outfit she's gonna be wearing for dinner tomorrow night. And so we're hoping that we could find some shoes that make her match her.
What kind of a heel do you like? Ooh, I like this already. Okay. Usually you pay for things and then they just gave it to you out of their kind heart. So I feel like I'm shoplifting.
And the last but not least, we took Jane to Jungle Gems, where she was greeted with open arms and an unbelievable selection of jewelry.
This was the greatest day of my life. I never had experience like this before.
After our all-day adventure, we took Jane back to the office to show off all her goodies.
Oh my God! Did you ever have so much fun?
When we come back, Jane's magical Mother's Day weekend comes to a spectacular finale.
We're happy that we switched to HMAA, and our employees are happy that we switched to HMAA.
We were very surprised with HMA offering chiropractic, acupuncture, and the wealth of offerings that they gave compared to some of the other vendors out there.
HMAA is on all islands. We are on all islands, and that helps our company.
I have been in business for 20 years, and I found that HMAA is the best.
HMAA, the alternative name in business health plans.
There's no fresher fish on the island than here. If I don't catch the fish myself, I'll go straight to the fish market, bring it over here, slice it, fillet it for you, and cook it right here. Through years of cooking fresh fish, I found that this particular style of cooking has worked out in bringing out the natural flavors of the fish. I couldn't make it better myself. Don't take my word for it. Come on down to Diamond Head Cove and try it yourself.
Traffic was horrible on the H1, man. Let's eat, I'm starving.
Hi, welcome to Pietro's. Do you have a reservation?
Dude, how old do we look? You think we got reservations?
Good point. How many in your party?
Table for 6, please.
Right this way.
Visit Pietro on Kapiolani Boulevard. Kids under 10 eat free. Magnificent. Monday through Thursday.
Yep, and you can bring mom and dad too.
I got it. My treat. Because kids eat food.
Offer good Monday through Thursday. Restrictions apply.
Cholo's Homestyle Mexican, Hawaii's best little Mexican restaurant with a big reputation, where atmosphere and festivity enhance the dining experience. Browse or purchase from the hand-selected crafts and artwork. Enjoy authentic dishes created from a blend of northern and southern cuisine, traditional and contemporary. Cholo's Homestyle Mexican Restaurant and Gallery is open daily, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located on the North Shore at the North Shore Marketplace in Haleiwa.
The Aloha Project is being brought to you tonight by our friends at HMAA. Welcome back to the Aloha Project. Until now, Jane has been wined, dined, and spoiled all by herself. But now, she gets to share the excitement with her husband, Ricky. As promised, the happy couple began their night at Donato's for a dinner they would not soon forget. The kitchen was bustling, but Jane and Ricky were given the most romantic table in the place. It was dark and it was intimate, and it made the food taste all the more delicious. After experiencing the magic of Donato's food, Jane and Ricky went back to the Royal Garden Hotel, where they were treated to the executive suite. The suite was gigantic and the view was to die for. But Jane soon made it clear that after 2 days of non-stop shooting, it was time for us to leave and for Jane to enjoy some privacy.
See ya. Have a good one. I'll see you in a couple weeks or so, something like that. Now get out. I want to be with my husband.
Well, that's it for the first episode of the Aloha Project. Thank you for watching. I hope you were able to feel how much fun we had doing this show, of learning about Jane and the choices and changes that she's made in her life. There's more people out there like that. We want to learn about you and know about you and tell your stories. So tune in, contact us, and hopefully we can give you some good TV. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
You know, if there is a message out there for the kids, it would be like, if I could reach one person out there and let them know that there is somebody out there that can help you. It could be a counselor, a teacher, or you know, a good friend of your family. But for me, my brother was Adult Friends for Youth.
I think for Jane, she's did a miraculous job of learning how to move away from that with the help, knowing that there is help out there and that she doesn't have to do it alone.
I think what Jane really demonstrates is that we underestimate people, that people have the potentiality to achieve on a very, very high level. Often all they need is a chance. And with Jane, that certainly has been the case.
The students that we've worked with have a lot of anger about the past, and it's kind of a revenge kind of thing. They want to take it out on the world because maybe they haven't been treated as well as they would have liked. And instead, Jane was looking to give her child a better life than she had, and a nurturing life and giving love.
Anybody can change as long as, you know, there is somebody there to support you, there is somebody there to guide you and, you know, help you out. And because I know I'm the living proof.
Mahalo to HMAA for making tonight's presentation possible.